Hey everyone, we're going to be starting the second season of the RC Tech EU Spec Series in a couple of weeks, start of January, so just thought I'd make a quick video a bit on how to get involved in the racing, because I know I had a lot of questions last season, like how do you sign up, how do you get into hidden sessions and so on, so just going to run you through it. So this is one of the old event pages on Facebook, so anytime there's an event it'll always be in the Velocidrone community. If you go into events you can see the new events that are coming up, so I'm just going to go back to one of the old ones. And the first thing, if you go into the description, there's always this link here which is the registration sheet. So if you want to race, first thing to do, just click on that. It'll bring up with this Google sheet, and all you need to do is type your name in Velocidrone and type your name into Discord, and that's you registered onto the event. The reason I do this is because people sometimes have different names on their Discord to the Velocidrone, so when I'm trying to get people into heats on Discord and in the game, I can just kind of cross-reference different people. If you haven't already signed up to Discord, there's a couple of ways. Again, in the event description there's a Discord link here, and also at the Velocidrone homepage there's a Discord link, but we'll go into that in a little while. Actually, now let's go into that now. So I'm just going to switch over to Velocidrone, and you can see down in the bottom corner down here is, you can click that and it will bring up how to get into Discord. So if you've not already signed up to the simulators, that's the way to do it, and it's just a way that we can do a voice chat and everyone can be in different groups. So now if I go back to my screen, and I've got Discord open here, so you'll now see there's, down on the left is kind of the important bits. So these are the different rooms you can be in. If it's got a hashtag next to it, it means it's a chat based room. So that's the one for the TBS Live. And then for the EU Spec Series we use this one. So any information while we're racing, I'll be typing stuff into this one. Now when you're actually racing, there's different voice channels, so all of these are different rooms that you can be in, and anyone who's in that room can hear on the microphone with other people in the room. So when you're joining, so I think we normally start at about 6 o'clock, and I've now joined the EU Lounge, and that's kind of where we all just hang out. That's where when people are going to practice, are sat in there. Then when it goes on to racing, you'll have to go into a different, so like EU race, I can just click on that and it will take you into a different chat room. You can also do this as well on your phone. I know a few people use the Discord app on the phone, it's pretty good. So you could have that on your phone, playing on the computer, just makes life, kind of keeps them separate, but where I've got multiple screens I have it up on here. Right, so if we let's just put a load of names in here just so I can show you what I do. So just say these people have signed up. All I do is then, this is the main event sheet, so this is where I run all the heats from, and for the qualifying I'll just stick a bunch of people's names in there, and that'll be heat A. So for qualifying, everyone gets 4 heats, and your best time out of the 4 attempts you do, that's the one that's going to count towards your qualifying position. And you'll see under each of the A, B, C, D, E, it's got TBS 1. Now what that's relating to is in the Discord, you'll see, let's just take that over there, you'll see we've got TBS1, TBS2, TBS3. So when qualifying starts, if you're in Heat A, you will want to join this round, and you'll be joined by the other 5 or 6 pilots who are in your qualifying heat, and the same goes for if you're in Heat B, you'll go to TBS2, and I'll have designated someone to run that qualifying session. You'll also use this TBS1 as the hidden session on Velocidrone, because when we're doing qualifying we don't want a load of random people joining us in the game, so we do all the racing in hidden sessions. So again, let's go back to Velocidrone, and what you'll do to get into the game, you go into multiplayer. I've got the TBS Oblivion because that's what we were using last year for the Spec Series. Select quad. Now this is the important bit, because now you can see there's already a session open. Now you won't see any of when we go into qualifying, you won't see any of these sessions there because they're all hidden. Now at the bottom here you've got join name session on the server. So first off, make sure in your EU region, because that's where it's all hosted. And then if I want to go into TBS1, I would just type TBS on the right keyboard, because I'm on a different computer, so TBS1. Now this is case sensitive, so make sure it's all in lowercase, or EU race is capitals, but for that I'll just hit join session, and it says game does not exist because I haven't set up a game called TBS1. But that is how you get into the hidden session. We had a lot of questions last season about how do you get into the hidden session. That's where it is, down at the bottom. So back on the qualifying sheet, I have filled in a bunch of qualifying times for everyone, and I've added a load of extra pilots in just so you can see what it looks like when it's filled in. So it'll come up with your best time, which is the best out of the 4 heats. I've just done them all as the same just because it was quicker. And then what the sheet will do, it will organise them on the left with the seeded pilots, so top seed will be at the top all the way down to the bottom seed at the bottom. Now from here, the top 32 I think it is, yeah, so the top 32 will come over to the live racing, and that's when we go into the mains. We've got Heat A, B, C, D, E and F, and that just automatically takes the top 32, which that should have a little dotted line, not that that matters at the moment. Anyway, so that brings you over to this sheet. Now when we go into the mains, instead of having 4 heats in a row and the best time counting, it actually, so for the F final you've got 3 heats, then E, D, C and B all have 5 heats, and then Heat A has 7 heats. And what you'll do is you'll join when F heat is up, you'll be joining EU race for the chat, and all these pilots will join into that. And EU race is also the name of the Velocidrone session, and then these pilots will race three times. So if, and after each race they all get a position, and then what happens is you get 10 points for a win, 8 points for second, 6 points for third, 4 for fourth, 2 for fifth, 1 for sixth and 0 for seventh. And then you race all race again, and you race again, and this gives you your positions for the heat. So 3 heats done, you've got pilot Z, he will so the top 2 from each round bump up to the next final, so pilot Z has already jumped up to there. Now because pilot Y and A1 are in second place each, they will do a head-to-head race, and whoever wins that race will get bumped up to the next final. So let's just say this guy wins, he'll get another point, and he'll go into the next final. When that final is complete, in the Discord, I'll be chatting in this chat and say F final is done, E final up next. That then means that people in E final can join the race, which will be EU race, and then these pilots will race 5 times. And that works all the way up until you get to the A final, and then these guys race 7 times. And I think that is pretty much it. The main thing to remember: register on this sheet. It's always in the event description. That just makes it easier for me to populate the heats and figure out who everyone is. On the Discord, you've got the EU Tech Spec Series. That's the chat-based window, and then you'll be in whichever chat room you are, depending on what heat you're in. But any questions, feel free to ask. I've probably missed out some stuff. Catch you later.